So we are going live again. All right. So we are back live here with Michael at Reformation Academy. And we are asking questions about entrepreneurship. Okay, we're asking questions about entrepreneurship. So we're on talking about 10 questions that a young entrepreneur may need to ask a successful businessman. And I am Dr. Williams. This is Michael Truss with Reformation Academy. Michael is an 8th grader here at Reformation Academy, and we just wanted to kind of give out some information today. All right, so Michael, what other questions do you have for me?
What are the most important habits of being an entrepreneur? What's the question?
So one of the most important habits to have as an entrepreneur would be consistency. Okay, you need to be consistent. So if like you're going to be a YouTuber, a TikToker, Instagrammer, Facebooker, to build your following, to build that traffic that you're looking for across your page, or to build following, then you need to be consistent. And so if you post consistently, although you may start off with 5 viewers, 100 viewers, or whatever, that following will grow the more consistent that you are. And then you need to identify your niche. Identify your niche, your passion, the thing that you want to talk about, the thing that you want to do. If it's comedy, talk about comedy. If it's selling insurance, talk about selling insurance. If it's a t-shirt brand, talk about branding or whatever. But keep that niche consistent. Try not to do too many topics. And then the last thing is stick to it. Don't give up. Don't give up.
4. What book do you recommend every entrepreneur to read?
Okay, so the book I recommend that every entrepreneur needs to read, the first one would be Jim Collins' Good to Great. In Jim Collins' book about Good to Great, he talks about today's great is tomorrow's good, which means that if you're only as great as you were yesterday, you will not be great tomorrow. You'll only be good. So if you never strive to get any better day after day, then eventually you'll be mediocre. And people don't like mediocrity. So I believe you should strive every day to become as great as you are each single day. And so Jim Collins says, strive to be great every day. And then the second thing that he said, you got to have the right people on the bus. Okay? And so that just simply means you got to have the right circle. You got to have the right friendship, the right support group. You got to have people around you that's pushing you, encourage you on a daily basis. So I think that's the most important part of it. Really.
What does your typical work day look like?
Man, my typical work day. So being an entrepreneur, like right now I have 2 businesses that are functioning every day. Okay. So I'm running Reformation Academy as an entrepreneur. I have Boa Apparel. And so that is a formation that I have. I also have a few other things. Like I have a nonprofit. Right now we're not doing anything with the nonprofit specifically. I also have Williams Innovative Strategies, where I do professional development for companies and businesses to build leadership. And so those 2 things I do in and out of season. But for Boa Apparel and Reformation, like I get up every day. I make sure that I pray. I make sure that I ask God what He wants me to do for my day. And depending on what I'm doing that day, like if I'm coming here on Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays, then I'm here to teach, impart, give all that I have to the young people. In the evenings, I look at my store, my online store. I update my prices. I update my pictures. I try to sort out those things that are out of season. So I'm constantly looking at my traffic. That's another thing. You need to look at your traffic on your site. So if you have an online business, e-commerce, Shopify, if you're selling things on Amazon, you have to look at the traffic that your page is drawing. And if you are not producing sponsored ads or whatever to draw that traffic, then you need to look at ways to kind of push that traffic towards your page. And so on a daily basis, I look at ways to increase the traffic on my page, both Reformation Academy as well as Boa Apparel. And then before I go to bed, I worship. I pray. I study for church because I'm also a pastor, so I study for the word for Sunday. And that's the typical part of my day outside of being a father, being a husband, to 3 girls and a wife.
What do you recommend somebody trying to become an entrepreneur to do?
Do it. I think so often we push off because we don't feel like we're prepared to do it. But what I say is just like Steve Harvey said, jump. Take that leap of faith. Step out there even though you don't have all of the details and do it. It can't have to hurt but to do it. I mean, failure is only failure when you don't try. So I think that what I would suggest to any entrepreneur, especially a young person, just jump out there and do it. Try it. The younger you are when you try it, probably the more successful you'll be when you become 19, 20, 30, 25 years old. So that's what I would suggest. Just jump,
What or who motivated you to become an entrepreneur?
Wow. My major motivation. Honestly, my first major motivation was I was tired of paying high prices for stuff that I felt like I was giving other people my money. Like, for an example, polo. I go to the polo store and I buy a polo shirt at $60. Well, let's make it somebody else rich. So I was like, instead of going to give $60 to polo, how about I just start my own brand, put my own stuff on my own apparel, and then I'm giving money back to my stuff. So it was an investment, but it was also because I felt like I was poorly managing money by continuing to invest in high-priced apparel, clothing for me and my family that was only making someone else richer.
What challenges you have to overcome to get where you are now?
The consideration of what people would say. I had to get over the spirit of comparison. You know how you can compare your business to somebody else's business, how well they're doing opposed to how well you're doing. Also, the consideration that 3,000 people are doing t-shirts, because you can offer something different to the t-shirt or the apparel industry than what other people are offering. So I had to get over the fact that a lot of people are doing it. And then the last thing is the life of being unbalanced. You can't be successful if your life is unbalanced, which means that if I'm always busy, always running, got so much to do, then I can never give to anything. So I think that was the last thing.
Knowing what you know now, the last question is knowing what you know now, is there anything you would have done differently?
Knowing what I know now, is there anything I would have done differently? Yes. I would not have procrastinated on some of my ideas that I had early on, and I probably would have invested more money into my knowledge about branding than I did originally. Like today I have more knowledge, but if I had invested, I didn't invest because I was fearing that I was wasting my money or that there were scammers. But now I realize the investment was worth it because you're talking about I could easily make $4,000 or $5,000 a month for my apparel company. From my Shopify e-commerce account, 1 month I made $7,000 or $8,000. So just in 1 month's time, I can make what people make in a whole year. So I think I would have invested more money in my knowledge early on.
Well, that was the last question.
All right, so Michael, do you have any ideas of becoming an entrepreneur? Ever thought about it? Not right now?
If being a YouTuber is an entrepreneur, then no, it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you make your own schedule.
Yeah.
Do what you want to do.
So being a YouTuber, so from listening today, some things that you could do would be what?
Start trying. Really.
Start. Yeah, that's huge. Start, and once you start, just be consistent. Can't worry about how many people are following you or not. Is the content great or not? You just got to start. And so I look forward to your YouTube channel. What's your YouTube handle?
DATBIBL.
You can say the word.
That's Diable. But I spelled it out because it's a few ways to spell it.
Okay. So DAT.
DIBO.
DIBO. Go and follow DATVIDIBO. Dad Dibo.
You can say it like that.
Yeah, go and follow Michael Trust on his YouTube channel. Help him be successful. So go and subscribe to his channel. I'm Dr. Williams. I am the headmaster at Reformation Academy. Please follow Reformation Studios. And I think we're out. Good? Good. Hit the like button, hit the share button, subscribe. Thank you.